Hello teacher friends, and welcome to my channel. This video is for teachers. It is not going to be for my younger friends. In my last video I shared the story of The Rabbit Listened. I am sharing how I use it in my class to touch on emotions and help with grief. At the beginning of the year this year, I started out by talking about this book with my class. We talked about emotions, and we talked about being able to calm your body down, feeling like your emotions are out of control, and that led into us talking about different ways to calm our body. So we had already learned a couple of ways, some of the things that you saw in my last video, and so I introduced a new way to calm their body, and so we talked about that. We talked about the Cozy Cube, and that's a safe place to go and calm your body. And then when we read that and we talked about that and how the animals were acting and how Taylor was acting at the end, how that was a good place, if they're feeling like that they could go calm their body down in there. When they go to the Cozy Cube, I have stuffies on top of the Cozy Cube. I have a link down below to Amazon for other cool things that you could use with your safe place, whether at home or in the classroom. This book was recommended to me because we were talking about someone had passed, and someone was saying, oh, this is great for talking about grief. And it really is about loss, because it talks about something unexpected, and that is what happens in the story, but that is what death is, something unexpected. I like to have an extra copy of books on hand that deal with death and dying and grief, and then when those families that are dealing with that, I can share those with them. I don't mind them borrowing, but I do like to have something that they can have and that they can look at, and then they can make their own. Sometimes if I will pass out a book to a family, then I'll try to reorder that book so that I have it for the next family that I want to share that with. One of the reasons I love this book is because Taylor is non-gender. Taylor is not a boy or a girl. Just looking, we can see that, and I just love that because then we can all relate. I love all the ways the animals act, because that's how our friends act. That's how we act when our friend is sad and we want to try to fix them or try to help them. But it's an important message that the rabbit listened. That was the friend that we want to try to be like. I gave this book to my coworker and friend Emily because I really felt that it's just a great book, and we have emotions. It's okay to feel them. We need to work through them. And what I really like is listening is really important. We as a society are getting much better with having emotions, but I have never heard of a book that talks about listening. Active listening is an important skill, and it's not something we talk a lot about. Many people want to fill the quiet with talking or something else, and it's important sometimes just to listen and be quiet, just like the rabbit. I dedicated that last video to my mom. She was a kindergarten teacher for 35 years. She was excellent at active listening. Like, she was listening. I always felt like I was her when I spoke with her. And I know my kids, my husband, and my aunt, we all feel that this is something that she was very good at doing. She loved bunnies and books, like Beatrice Potter, Peter Rabbit, and Thumper and Bambi, and she would even quote Thumper's mom and say, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. She died 5 years ago, and I feel while I was listening to myself talk about this book during editing, I realized how this is like my mom. And I didn't really think about it before, but that is why I dedicated it to her. It makes this book even more special to me, and I feel like it would be her favorite book if she was here. It was wonderful sharing how I use the rabbit lesson in my classroom. Bye, teacher friends.